Well, hi there everyone. Welcome to another beautiful sunny blue sky hot day, winter's day here in South Africa. Hope all of you are still truly well and blessed by our Lord and Savior. So yeah, what are we up to today? You can hear my child with the four-wheeler. Yeah, we fixed the Land Rover. It tipped over, but yeah, it's fixed now. So yeah, I've been saying it in a couple of videos now. Well, it's finally time. We need to get this yellow Busa's computer out and get the new ECU master installed, get it started and everything. And yeah, then take it to Shane so we can finish dynoing this one and the blue one. So yeah, let's get going, eh? Yeah, so let's start. Quick shout out to all the members. Thank you guys, it helps a lot. And then one special thing, there's one new member in the normal aspirated class, Geoffrey Denacker, a friend of mine from school. You guys can check out, he helped me with the merch, or the images and stuff for the merch store. So if you go there on my page where the Instagram link is, if you just go and check there's a link for the merch store. It's not a lot of merch at the moment, but yeah, we're busy with it, so at least there's a merch store where you can go and check. At this moment it only goes to extra large, so hopefully I can sort that out so we can get bigger t-shirts and mugs and what have you not. Alright, so thank all you guys, and yeah, let's get on with this video. So as you can see, she's in position and everything. And yeah, too many projects. My daughter's, I'm starting to look like a four-wheeler warehouse and stuff. All my daughter's stuff. But yeah, alright, so what do we need to do? Well, we need to strip it down. But I'm not going to show you all of that. We're just going to use the power of editing and all that lekker groceries, and yeah, in 3, 2, 1, she'll be done. All right. And just like that, it is stripped down. Well, pretty much to where we want to be. We still got to lift the tank. But I think I first want to start the bike, just show you it still runs and does its normal duties. And yeah, maybe we should do a recap on what the hell is going on with this bike. Why are we taking the management that's in it, power mods? Why are we taking it out? Why are we installing ECU master? And yeah, so yeah guys, it's simple. We've got an issue with this power mods. The bike, I will maybe show you now, but let me tell you, this power mods doesn't have data logging. So you can do data logging, but it must be live. So you must have a laptop connected to it, and it can check one thing at a time, but live while the bike is running. So it does pick up a crank pickup fault, or it shows there's an issue with the crank pickup. Well, in the previous video I showed you, I put the Blue Bike's crank pickup, whole stator cover and everything on this bike, and it had the same problem, while the Blue Bike doesn't have any problem with its pickup. So the problem it's having, it's not the pickup. There's nothing wrong with the pickup. That's why the Blue Bike's pickup does the same thing. The problem is with the computer. The computer cannot understand why maybe the pickup spots aren't high enough or something like that. It worked fine for a while, and then it started with it. Shane had this computer back at those guys 3 or 4 times where they just said, no, the computer is fine, there's no problem with it. We've shown now, and now this will be the last step in showing that the problem lies with the power mods and nothing on the bike, nothing with the pickup. once we install the new one. So yeah, is it bad for these guys? Not really, because this power mods, there's nothing wrong with it. There's my Vitos motor. It's a 350 Mercedes ML motor I'm putting in. I'm also running power mods on that one. So there's nothing wrong with the power mods in sense of that. The only issue with the power mods is once you put it on a bike, it doesn't work. I know Shane put it on a couple of other Busas with the same problem. And eventually, or you can either sit with the problem or swap out the computer for something else. If you remember the blue bike, it did the 411 with a dictator management. Also, it's almost the same as this power mods management. You can set the bike, you can tune the bike, but there's no safeties. If something goes wrong, that dictator I had on that one was also a special box. So it was the same case of the guy from Dictator worked with us. We build the box. It's not one you can just go and buy off the shelf and it works. It was lots of times going back and forth, changing things in the box to make it work on the bike. Same with the power mods. So yeah, they work, but they don't work. If it was maybe just a normal bike making 300 horses or something like that, it would have worked fine. But yeah, once you go into the realm where we are with this one, and even the blue one, it doesn't work. So yeah, in this video, we will be installing the ECU master. I won't show you everything because it's going to be a lot of crimping wires and checking wires and installing new wires and all that groceries. But what I will be doing is, this was the old CDI of the bike. This will be coming out. So we will be trimming the old harness, making it a lot lighter. Probably as the same as the blue one, this bike will be running a tablet from now on. But maybe not in this video, maybe next one coming or something like that. Because it's not something we will be doing just now. We'll just be installing the ECU master, putting a lambda sensor and stuff into the exhaust. A couple of sensors, I don't have everything. We work with a budget, so, but yeah, we'll maybe get her started with the auto tuning, and then from there we will take it to Shane. So yeah, let's see if this bike still starts. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, she still starts easily. Switch her off, she still starts easily. There's no issues with the bike. The only thing is once she has to go into boost, yeah, she doesn't want to. And as I say, if you've got the computer or the laptop on, it shows there's a crank pickup failure. All right, that's enough rambling. Let me lift the tank and start figuring out which wires goes first, and let's get the ECU master closer and see what's it going to take to get all of that installed. All right, let's continue. Okay, so first things first, we're disconnecting the battery. We're going to take it out. We're going to unplug the old power mods and unwrap most of the wiring. I don't know if I'm going to take the tank off because it's full of fuel, and yeah, well, I'll decide. And then we're going to install all of these 7,000 million gazillion wires. Lambda sensor, ECU master, data logger, all the lugs, all the groceries. But first things first, disconnect, take the battery out, disconnect this, open the wiring. I'll show you what it looks like when all the wiring is open and what's been cut out and not cut out and what, and we'll move on from there. Okay, just to give you a little taste of what's going on, As you can see, I've opened the wires, and then these two old CDI plugs, well, here they are, busy taking out all the wires. Then you would say, yeah, but why don't you just cut it off? That would have been easier, but then you'd have all the unnecessary wires. But now you cannot just go and cut everything, like as you can see here. And this wasn't me, this is Suzuki. So they splice in a wire and it continues. So if I cut it, say there, something's not getting power anymore, or signal or something. I don't know what that was, but yeah, so you have to trace each and every wire to where it went or what it did. And once you make it to the source, like let's say this Yoshi block over here, never going to use that again, but the rest of the harness, got the backlights, got the rectifier, everything on it. Now I can open up the harness, or I can just trace these wires all the way back there. And yeah, because it's a Yoshi block, they will come to here. But yeah, you cannot just cut it off and pull it out of the harness, because also there's going to be wires spliced in to do something else. Yeah, too many long stories. But yeah, let me sort out this wiring. And once I've cut everything I wanted to cut out, we'll see if the bike still starts. And yeah, then we can start installing the new one. So yeah, let's continue. All right, so just to confirm, those are all the wires I just took out. I opened the whole harness all the way to the fuse box. So everything original to the bike, those two plugs and everything is removed. But now that I cut something or that I removed something I needed, well, this will be the last start with the power mods. If it starts, then we know the bike is fine. I'll just check the flickers and lights and everything, but everything should still be fine. And yeah, now we can start removing the old computer's wires and putting these ECU masters in. All right, let's continue. So we are now at that stage of the game where yeah, we are going to be started. We're not going to take this completely out because it's unnecessary. This was a new harness when I installed it. So we're going to be using some of these wires. But yeah, so what we'll have to do is we'll cut it here from this wiring harness. Fit new lugs to so they can fit the new blocks that goes onto the ECU master. Things that'll be the same as like the ECU master uses 4 grounds, the power mods uses 3, so just make an extra one. The power, the thickness of the gauge wire and all that stuff will be pretty much the same. And with the ECU master you still have to make up your own wiring harness. So yeah, that's good and easy. So let's get going with this, and I'll show you maybe 1 or 2 of the wires when I make them. I even bought the special crimper for those lugs, and yeah, we'll work it from there. So I know Shane will enjoy this. He told me this is a lacquer job you want to do all day long. So what I'm busy doing, I just quickly want to show you guys. I am taking the old block of the old computer and then checking each wire, like let's say which one did I do now? This one I just did. This is the coolant level, coolant temperature sensor. Alright, so then I'm cutting it because I don't want to strip it out of the harness. There's nothing wrong with it. Cut it, then I have to check on which pin location on the ECU master it has to go. And not forget, first put it through this rubber mat and then put the lock on and then insert it in the correct spot. So yeah, like at least not 10,000 wires left to go, but still a lot to go. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah, all right, pray for me. So we are in the thick of things. We've got the one block sort of currently wired. The thing I like about this ECU master is, you see this one I'm touching, this is the crank pickup, the one the power mods has so many issues with. The other point of the crank pickup is just a common ground on ECU master. It's not like you need to put screening on it and cover it with 20 layers of aluminium or something like that. But yeah, I'm quickly busy making new wires for the injectors. I've got the plugs and everything. But yeah, getting fatigued and tired. So yeah, let's take a walk. I've seen other people on YouTube put videos and pictures of their dogs on playing and stuff like that. Well, I don't have a dog. I had a cat, but yeah, he expired, or she. Yeah, it was a he. So let me show you a bit of the outside. The sun is setting at the moment. Yo, just look how it looks, just balls everywhere. Yeah, oh hell. Okay, my daughter had a painting session. Maybe I can show you that. The next, I don't know, woman painters. Oh, hell's bells. At least it'll come off when it rains or something. Probably not that bad. I think some of it was a mom. But yeah, you guys, I think this was a long enough break for now. I hope you saw something you like to see. Let me continue with that wiring so we can get that bike started. Yo, so much to do. All right, let's continue. So a bit of good news. As you can see, we got the old computer's plugs out. All the wiring of that's out. All the wiring of the old computer is pretty much installed. There's only 2 earth wires on this one and also 2 earth wires on that one. The earth wire of the crank pickup. Then where is it? Yeah, you can see my injectors or injector plugs are out. This is what this is. There you will see the new injector plugs are. So I still need to make a wiring loom for that, or harness, or what have you. But we're like 80% there. I think what we're gonna do next is install that lambda sensor, because there's also 5 wires that isn't on the bike that we need to make up to install the lambda. And then we can start putting all the wires back together, making bundles. And yeah, at the moment you will see here the quick shifter isn't connected. This is what this is for. It's for the injectors to cut the positive through the quick shifter and but no worries on that. But we're almost there. So how to install a lambda sensor? Oh hell, it's easy. You go to your exhaust and you will see we've got already got a bung on there, so I'll just take that off, put the lambda in. Maybe first make the connector, but put the lambda in. Yeah, and then we're almost there. Maybe we can, yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to, yeah, we must start before we can end this video. So, all right, it looks hectic, but it's not that bad. We close about 7 days away from starting. All right, so let's continue. So as you can see, I did install the lambda. So I'm gonna run the wires, I think this way in and something. It's the newer lambdas with the smaller block. The wire isn't long enough to make it all the way to the ECU, so we're probably gonna end up somewhere in this area where the other side's block's gonna be. But yeah, that's the lambda installed. So one more step closer. Let's quickly wire in a couple of wires and see how far we get. So as you can see, I just built a harness, the wiring loom for the lambda sensor. So I'm quickly gonna wire it into those two plugs, and then that's done. So yeah, one more step closer, and then I'll just shrink it closer to get the bike started. I did find out I still need to put the cam sensor is not connected in the power mod, so I need to trace the wires and connect the cam sensor also to the ECU master. But yeah, we're getting there. We're definitely getting closer. All right, everybody. So I just finished up the wiring loom for the 4 injectors, and pretty much all of the other wiring is done except 1 or 2 things. Still need to wire in a NOx sensor and finish up the lambdas. There's 2 wires I still need to connect and do all these ones, but as I said, we've ran into a couple of small issues, nothing big, no train smashes. One of the problems is these connectors for the injectors. It's brand new plugs, but they didn't come with the little wire locking thingies that locks it onto the injector. So it's not a massive train smash. I can just get a new set and just put it over. I would have used, let me just get them over here, the old injectors. You see these pieces, but these ones work differently. You push the sides in and it opens up and releases the injector, whereas these ones you'll push it from this side and it'll release the injector. So that's the one issue. The other issue is the lambda sensor. After wiring it in and everything, I discovered I needed more wires and there was a problem. So we checked, and yeah, the ECU Master Classic, this is the newer lambda sensor. What's the number on it? Let me just check over here. There's some sort of all right, it doesn't say, eh? Oh, maybe no. All right, but this is a newer lambda sensor, and the ECU Master Classic doesn't understand this one. It needs the older one, so I'm gonna have to swap that out. And I don't have a NOx sensor, so I need to get a NOx sensor, and then these little pieces of wire, and yeah, 1 or 2 small things. But pretty much we are there. The only thing is she won't be able to start now because we need those things. So what I think is, this video is already getting so long and I don't want to bore you guys. I don't think if I made a video an hour long about me doing wiring, anyone would watch it. I wish we could have started it in this video, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. We still, yeah, we need a couple of things. So yeah, I just want to show you quickly. So that is the wiring for the old power mods that we took out, completely out. And that is all the old Busa wiring, the old plugs and stuff. And yeah, this is just a bag full of insulating tape, a couple of wires, not a lot. So yeah, we will be closing up all the wires and all that stuff in the next video. What I'll do is I'll quickly, not quickly, I'll wire all the other stuff in, and in the next video we can maybe just start there and yeah, get an auto tune on, maybe take it for a drive, something like that, something in the lines of that. We still need to change the speedo also to the tablet, but yeah, that's also in the next video. Oh yeah, I also need to connect the cam pickup because the power mods didn't use it. But yeah, you guys, I think we're gonna call it there, otherwise it's gonna be too long. So let's quickly, oh yeah, and I'm still busy with that one. You will see that video. It was a struggle which one was gonna be next. This one, the R1's almost done, and then the B-King should be the next video, or maybe this one, I don't know. We will just see. That's like a spoiler because that thing is, I'm still busy with it. All right, so thanks for watching, sharing, subscribing, liking. Hell, you guys, it means a lot. All the members, thank you all. Thank all of you. May the Lord bless you all, and see you in the next one.